Hey, good people. I just want to propose today that you are on a beautiful journey, and your journey makes sense. And your journey has brought you here to this moment in time. Here you are. And as you go, you get to heal whatever needs healing in you, and you get to evolve. That's the right order of things. That's the direction life wants to take you. So when things feel so hard, so painful, so strange, when we're thrown off, what we typically want to do is what Byron Katie calls argue with reality. We want to say this should not be, this is not okay, I am not okay, something's gone wrong. And the thing she likes to say about that is when you argue with reality, you lose, but only 100% of the time. So, what I want to invite you to is the perfection of what is. And that does not mean that it's all beautiful. That does not mean that it's all good. But if you can pan out to eagle view, or wow, with something like what we've got going on now with COVID-19 time, go on out to satellite view. Like we really need to get some spaciousness, pan out, and see in the greater scheme of things, you know, can I accept this? Can I accept being here now? Since you are here now, how about just the simple question, am I willing? And because you've already been on a journey, your journey is not discontinued now. It's not interrupted. It's not being thwarted in any way. And sure, some things you thought were happening aren't. Remember that that's part of life. That happens all the time, and that's what death does. It interrupts life. How many people, when they die, are in the midst of projects and have things on their bucket list yet, and have things they're still curious about? So here we are, and we can apply it not to dying, but to just being in a time where we don't get to move forward in quite the same way. So if you're in the dance with consciousness, can you keep dancing? If the moment feels bad to you, can you drop in? Will you come close to it? What about the possibility of really knowing the intimacy of each moment? Can you drop in, allow, even accept your own resistance, your own non-acceptance? Even accept the pain in your body, the pain in your emotions. Hey, if you're worried about people, if you have people you love who are at risk to be wiped out by this disease perhaps, don't go there now, because in this moment, they're still here. In this moment, there are ways to love them. In this moment, there might even be things to do for them, to support them to get through it well. But hey, sweetheart, it's not going to be your fault if they don't. And it's really not even going to be a problem, because we all die on whatever timeline we're slated to die for. And I know this isn't pretty or fun. It's not a beautiful part of the planet Earth reality, but sometimes deaths that don't make sense move along the greater whole. They make us stop and say, hey, something's not okay here. We need to rework some things. We need to revision some things. We need to reprioritize. So much good can come of this. And yes, people will be lost. And yeah, if you're a human being, you could lose somebody you love. But don't jump to there. Can you be with each moment as it unfolds and just keep feeling what you're feeling? Come close to that for a moment. Keep loving where you see to love. Come close to that. And oh my goodness, when we're scared and worried, we get really unloving, and we can get mean, and we can start hating the people we love, and we can be awful to those around us. And can you make spaciousness around that? So that instead of faulting yourself for that, or hating yourself, or reviewing the story of what others are doing wrong or what's wrong with you, you could actually just allow being a human being going through that aspect of humanity. Find the forgiveness, find the spaciousness, find the boundaries, find the truth you need to speak just right now. Maybe it just needs to be, hey, I'm going off by myself for a minute and I still love you and I'm super fucking out of touch with that love right now and I'm going to go find it. Please bear with me. Just keep finding it. How do you come close to the moment? What intimacy is possible right now between you and this moment, between you and you, between you and someone you love, between you and life, between you and death? This is beautiful. Don't miss it. Don't miss any moment. Whatever we're going through, let's really show up. And by the way, the ugly, that's part of the beauty. And finding the ugly in you, oh my God, if it helps you come closer to forgiveness and self-compassion, and then stretch what you can offer there for others, see? Told you. Still beautiful. Hey, I really love you all right now. And I invite you to keep walking into love. And walk there if someone's dying. Don't miss the moment. Deaths can be so beautiful. And if you don't get to be right with someone while they're dying, which is such a privilege, you still can. You drop in to where you're hurt, to where you're scared, to where you're sad, to where you're resisting, and really meet yourself there. You know what? My best understanding of things is that when people die, they come visit us. And we miss the visits when we're arguing with that reality and when we're thinking they're gone. And when we're thinking they're still here, they're still accessible, cool things happen and we get to access them. But don't even make a religion of that if you want to play with that. If you feel a disconnection, don't abandon yourself. The intimacy of that moment could be that you show up for yourself, for your grief, for your helplessness, for whatever it is. Okay, lots of moments still have beauty in them, and life, and laughter, and meanness, and then we can meet that, and what's the word I'm looking for? Get the transmutation, get the alchemy, get back to love. Okay, sweethearts, be sweet to yourselves.